Hello, good morning. This is Nas from NB Network Lessons. Hope everyone's doing okay and in high spirits. Date today is September 26th and the year is 2024. And the topic of discussion today is under Physics Lesson 6, we are basically solving a two-dimensional problem. I started this problem in my last lecture. We said there is a meteor up in the air, and if you look at this x and y, A is the location, primary where it initiated, the meteor initiated. And the coordinates are 5 kilometer in x direction and 1.2 kilometer in y direction. And then the meteor moves, okay, to a different location, which is B, and the x coordinates are 6.240 kilometers and y coordinates are 0.925 kilometers. So then I showed you in my last lecture what they wanted was they wanted us to find out the velocity in the x direction and the y direction. As you already know, projectile motion or two-dimensional motion is a result of force in x direction and y direction, and then you have a mixture of that as a projectile. So we solved this. We calculated V average by subtracting XB minus XA over the time which was given 1.140 seconds. So we calculated V average with X with respect to X, and then we calculated V average with respect to Y. So that all is good. These are the, uh, we got 1.09 kilometers per second for V average with respect to X, and V average with respect to Y, we got minus 0.241 kilometers per second. The reason it's minus is that X direction is pushing it this way and then Y direction is pushing it downward. That is the reason we have negative over here. Now in this lecture, what we're going to do is we're going to find the magnitude and direction of this vector. Magnitude, how big is this vector, and what's the direction, the angle, okay? So let me go ahead and erase this so I can have some room right here. And in this topic, we are finding, we add find magnitude and direction of vector V, which is this right here, the one in green. Okay, so one thing what I wanted to mention was that if you look at this here right here, this basically, if you have like this becomes like a right angle triangle, does it not? And this vector V is basically the hypotenuse. And we know the Pythagorean theorem, right? Everybody knows the Pythagorean theorem. So then, based on the Pythagorean theorem, we can find out V. Now we are finding out the magnitude at this point, right? So I'm going to put this would be equal to V average with respect to x square plus V average with respect to y square under the root. All I am doing is applying Pythagorean theorem. Okay. When I do that, I take 1.09 square plus negative 0.241 square under the root. And when you solve this, you get V magnitude is equal to 1.120 kilometers per second. Okay, so that is the magnitude of this green vector. All I did was, like I said, I applied just Pythagorean theorem. Okay, all right, so now we have to find out the angle. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Now for angle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the same diagram in a different way so that it helps you. So let me go ahead and draw that. Now we're finding angle, or you can say theta. Okay, so if I draw this, like this. Basically, I'm drawing the same thing in a different way so you can have more clarity in looking at it. This is Vx, all right, and this right here is point B, okay. This is the vector, the one which we are looking for. Let me put it in dark color right here, V. This is the vector we are trying to basically find the direction. So if I want to find the direction of this, basically I'm looking for this angle theta, okay. So that should be pretty easy based on what we explained you in the last lecture. So as you know, theta is equal to tangent inverse of V average with respect to y over V average with respect to x. All right, simple as that. Now all you got to do is just plug in the values. Theta, you do that, tan inverse 1 would be negative 0.241 divided by 1.09. Plug this in your calculator, find the inverse, and the angle you will get is equal to negative 12.41 degrees. Okay. Why is it negative? If you think about it, if this is y-axis, this is x-axis, when you measure an angle, you go this way. Okay. So positive angles are this way. So over here 90 degree, over here 180 degree, over here 270, and then the full circle is 360. So this angle basically is negative because it's below x-axis right here. Okay, I could make this 360 minus 12.41, so that will give me a positive angle. That would be correct answer too. But this minus sign had some significance, that your vector is direction is below x-axis, going like this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the contents, please go ahead and share, and go ahead and give me a like. Thank you.